Hi, Aparshakti. This is Pramit from Digital Mafia Talkies. I have watched Berlin, and this is my favorite Bollywood movie of the year. And I'm not saying this for the sake of it. I was watching a lot of hard-boiled noir films from the 70s and 80s, and was wondering that why aren't we getting stuff like this in India? And like Berlin was right there, and your performance in it was incredible. And so, tell me a little about how you got the role of Pushkin and how you got into the skin of the character.
First of all, thank you so much. Yeah, that's a huge, huge compliment for us, for me as an actor, and us as you know a team for to make the film together. Yeah, I think when Atul Sabharwal, the writer and the director of the film, narrated the film to me, and I was in 5 minutes sharp. I was very sure that I want to be a part of this world. And then we started doing the workshops. We started doing the sign language training and everything. And by the time we had hit the floors, we were, I think, pretty much in sync with each other. And touchwood, uh, I think we made a film which we're extremely proud of.
And like your dynamic with Ishwak is something that I haven't seen in spy movies ever before. So like, what was the kind of fine tuning that you had to do for the translation scenes? Like, did you know sign language beforehand, or did you learn it?
Of course, we did not know sign language at all before. And it's also not something which you normally try to learn. It's not a part of your textbooks. It's not a part of your growing up days. Not very often people come across people from the community who would want you to learn this. So I think it's very uh, difficult for a person to be aware of sign language, nuances in real life. So yeah, I mean, it's something which was only acquired for this.
And like your dynamic with Ishfaq is very empathetic, but on the flip side, your role with Rahul Bose is very hostile. So how did you kind of maintain that aggressive attitude for your scenes?
Yeah, I think that's the power of writing. It was written in such a way that there was no way my character and Rahul Bose's character could uh, feel any kind of emotional bond with each other. Uh, Whereas Pushkin and Ashok uh, get emotionally connected as brothers, and it's beautiful to see that. And as you mentioned, I think me and Ishwak both remember the scenes we bonded on. Um, we were not friends before we shot this film. We only met for this film, but we did come out as two brothers or two friends, and we are also neighbors now. So the bond is only gone stronger. I keep chatting up with auntie also. We have Delhi gaye hue the sare to uncle auntie ko mile. So yeah, it has only become better.
And what was your experience like working with Atul? Like, are there any interesting director's notes that you got that will help you with your career?
Yeah, I think he's number one. He is the finest narrator in the country. The way he narrates the film is absolutely amazing. Number two, he's always very, very sure about what he wants. Number three, there was never a day where me or Rahul Bose or Ishwak asked him a question and he didn't have a straight answer to that on drop of a hat, which makes us believe that he knows his world inside out so well that you can really ask him any question in the middle of the night and he'll always have an answer.
And this is your next period piece after Jubilee. So you're switching from the 50s to the 90s. So as someone who has grown up through that era, did the production design, like the costumes, makeup, gadgets, help to inform your character better?
Uh well, the moment you enter the set and you see those frames, those colors, and you wear that costume, it does, of course, help. It'll be unfair to say that an actor does his job himself. It's not that. It's always the paraphernalia which is given to him. So kudos to the art team, the camera team, the costume team, and everyone to give us that space to perform.
And do you think like stripping it down to the basics, like the spy work, which is not doesn't have drones or like hi-fi gadgets. Like it is very basic. So does that make the thrill of the spy work better or more thrilling?
Oh, yeah, it really depends on the world you're entering, number one. Number two, I think it was written in a way that those that fanciness wasn't required. And thirdly and lastly, I think what makes any film great after writing is the performances. And I think I would like to believe that me and Rahul and Ishwak have done a fairly good job. And it's a film we would want to be proud of, that okay, we made something like this. And touch wood, people who have seen the film so far are blessing the film a lot. And I would only request the audience that watch Berlin September 13 onwards on Zee5 Global, and bless the film.
And like, are there any interesting facts about spy work that you learned throughout the film? Like, pehle koi idea tha, but throughout the film you learned more things about spy work.
About what?
About about the world of spies. Like, did you have any new information about them that you hadn't before?
The fight between the two agencies is something which was new for me. I kind of knew that there will be authorities fighting with each other, but to what extent, how, and when? I mean, of course, we have taken clear creative liberties to make our story work, but कहानियां भी दिमाग में तभी आती हैं जब आपने कुछ ऐसा कुछ होते हुए सुना हो, देखा हो, सोचा हो. So ऐसा कुछ तो होता होगा.
If a normal person Pushkin and Ashok can do spy work by being observant enough, like can you, as a person, can you do the same as a spy?
Ah, yeah, it requires a very different mindset and a very different, like, as physically fit I am, as sports enthusiast I am, I don't see myself playing for the country, you know. So it requires a very different skill set. It requires a very different kind of body language, very different kind of homework. So I don't think so in real life, Ishwak and I can do it.
And do you have any kind of favorite spy thrillers that you want to recommend, apart from Berlin, of course?
Yeah, there are many, but and from the face of it, you seem to be quite a fan of spy thrillers. I'm looking for maybe Jewel Thief.
Yeah, that's a classic.
The Devanand film.
Yeah.
I think that's something I would recommend if I have to recommend one film where people should go and watch the performances and the overall storytelling. And plus, it also had great songs, by the way. So,
And my final question to you is that what are some of the thoughts and opinions about the film's themes that you want audiences to walk away with after watching Berlin?
yeah, in terms of messaging, I don't know if we really want to convey a message from the film. I think Atul sir might be in a better space to answer that question. But having said that, you're definitely in for a different world and some different performances. And one takeaway can be, I'll be very happy if even 5 people watching the film start learning sign language.
Oh, yeah, that's a plus point. Yeah.
So it's a language which has so far not been the love and respect it deserves. वो भी मिली नहीं है at a larger level, you know. And it's somebody's mother tongue, and they all are extremely proud of it. So I think we definitely can try to give more love to it.
All right. All right. Thank you for your time, Aparshakti. It was a pleasure watching the movie. Congratulations for your success.
Thank you, brother.
And have a great day.
Thank you so much.